Governor of the Kavango East region, Honorable Dr. Samuel Mbambo, and a delegation of 25 people honored the invitation from the Eastern Cape Province Premier, Honorable Phumole Masuele, to form bilateral agreements to help build the true region in East London, South Africa. The delegation, comprising of government officials, business people, farmers, and up-and-coming entrepreneurs, with the aim of learning from their counterparts on new business ventures as well as investment opportunities. The aim of the visit was to promote the idea of SADC integration and facilitate business linkages, exchange of ideas, and to come up with a memorandum of understanding on how the two regions can work together and learn from each other. Premier said that Eastern Cape is referred to as the world in one province, with its economy dependent on the automotive, agriculture and agro-processing, and so much more that can be beneficial to Kavango East region if suitable strategic agreements were to be put in place. He noted that the geography of the province is similar to that of the Kavango East region, enabling the two regions to have the ability to mimic each other.
Fitting it was that the governor led the delegation here to come and interact in that between the Eastern Cape province and Kavango East region of Namibia. We seem to have many striking similarities as well as opportunities. And it's important that such interaction is not left only to the political realm. It actually, for it to find concrete expression, be brought to business, person to person kind of interaction, so as to explore what could be realized if we looked at the potential each one of us have.
The delegation had an opportunity to visit the East London Industrial Zone, where parts of the Mercedes-Benz car are produced. They also visited the pineapple farm in Paddy and the cattle farm there.
Some of these, it's mixed breed that we have mostly. So you'll find that we have Brahman mixed with Boran, and some of them were mixed with Bansmara. And obviously here around this area, what the mainstay for us all around here, the farmers, we do Nguni cattle. Okay. So most of them here are some of the Nguni cattle that you see. Yes.
Dr. Mbambo emphasized the need for Africans to build trade relations with itself by creating an enabling environment for people to learn from each other. He stated that SADC cannot develop without integration. Hence, small economic barriers need to be broken down to enable countries like Namibia to form part of the larger market.
As long as this economic war is not won, I will say, borrowing from Oginga Odinga, the first vice president of Kenya, I will say, it is not yet Uhuru. As long as we are put on the passenger seat and not on the driving seat of our economy train, as long as we are treated like spectators in the game of our economic development, as long as we are not sitting around the table of our economic development where our issues are discussed, as long as we are only eating the crumbs of our own bread that fall from the table of the foreigners, I will say, like Odinga Oginga, it is not yet Uhuru. Africa will have to fight her war. SADC must fight her war. The belief that people have that outsiders will come and develop our country is a myth. The historic empirical facts are that no foreigner ever developed another person's country. The nationals must develop their countries. It's that SADC cannot develop without integration without having a larger market, without breaking down our small economic barriers, SADC will not develop. We must create bigger market. Take, for instance, Namibia, with a population of 2.3 million. She will never go anywhere without forming part of a larger market of the SADC region.
Director of Food Namibia Manfred Likoro, while presenting the role of Food Namibia and Project Werengenje, said the region is in need of agro-processing and logistic hub, noting the importance of training between the two counterparts as well as the creation of avenues to market products produced in both countries.
Kavango East region can be able to provide. We are heavily into agriculture, manufacturing, trade and services, as well as tourism. I'll touch them as I go through the presentation. But also, though we talked about tourism, manufacturing and agriculture, but we also have a good, in terms of investment into affordable housing, renewable clean energy, as well as logistic and infrastructure. Those are also some of the key economic sectors that are also really needed in the region. And the Kavango East region, it's known as the food basket of Namibia, because the borders, the name Kavango comes from the Kavango River that ends into Botswana, where you call it Kavango Delta. So it comes from Angola, passes through Namibia, and it ends in Botswana. So because of the fertile soil and it's a rainforest a region, that's why you find there's a lot of agriculture activities are there. Most of the government's green schemes, you also find them in the Kavango East region.
During the business seminar, business people were given a chance to interact with one another, creating linkages to better facilitate cooperation.
When you look at the construction opportunities, my question is around the opportunity for aggregate mining. What opportunities are there? Because when we talk about conference, we talk about development and property and waterfronts and all of that, it needs to be based on quality products, especially cement and all of them. Is there opportunity for that so that we can be able to zone into that opportunity? Also on the issue of cattle and livestock, to add value, how big is the volume of cattle that Namibia has got? So that when you're able to then sit down and project and look at investment opportunity, then you're able to say take care for 5 years or for projection purposes.
In terms of numbers, we have animals as per 2016 stats, we had around about 3 million, more than the population of the country. While on the other side, on the commercial area, we have about 2.6 million. But numbers are not an issue, because Namibia is one of the prime export of beef to Europe. So the market part, especially if you are on the northern side or southern side of the country, you are secured because you will be exporting to relative markets in Europe. But as Honorable Governor said earlier on, those that were in the meeting in the morning, we are also trying to make sure that the farmers on the northern side of the cordon fence also have access to market. And these are now government institutions, for example. And the AMTA, an organization that I'm working for, is also tasked to make sure that we assist farmers to find market for them in terms of livestock.
A memorandum of understanding will be formalized to facilitate trading and exchange of information, human resource exchange programs, internship and training. The honorables exchanged gifts to pay homage to each other, and the delegates were entertained by the East London Cultural Group.
Hand over to the governor our small token of appreciation, which is an assembly of some of the leaders, I'm sure you know some of them, who have come from this province, household names in the struggle for liberation. Nelson Mandela, Raymond Mhlaba, the first premier of this province, Stwalandwe, Krizani, Steve Biko, Sisulu, Robert Sobukwe, Governor Mbeki, all born from this province. And when we call ourselves,
when we were looking for a gift to bring with us, one young man offered to give us a gift, and he said, I will make a gift for the Premier of something which is not in their province, something unique. So all of you will see something new which you never saw in this province. I will have something new in the province.